Nothing more enticing on a cold winter day than lunch with a hot pasta made with cauliflower. I didn't go out to the garden today to get our cauliflower, which is there, because it's raining. But this is a delicious looking organic cauliflower. We're going to use this. The pasta with cavolfiore, as it's called, pasta col cavolfiore, is a Sicilian recipe. Very simple ingredients: cauliflower, a medium-sized white onion, pine nuts, raisins, tomato sauce, olive oil, and this is ours. Look at that beautiful green. Will go into the sauce, which will be served over either penne or rigatoni pasta, and then seasoned with Parmigiano. Also, you'll use some salt in the sauce, and many people, before serving it, like to add a dash of black pepper. So let's get started making pasta col cavolfiore. Now we're at our stove. The cauliflower has been washed. Here are the scraps. The onion has been peeled and diced. Scraps are here. They're going to our goats, a nice treat for them. In this water, which has been salted with 2 tablespoons, roughly, of coarse salt, I will cook the cauliflower when it comes to a boil, just for a few minutes. Just to cook a touch. You don't want it overcooked, because after the cauliflower is cooked, you will drain it, saving the water, because your pasta is going to be cooked in that cauliflower flavored water. And then you will put olive oil in a pan, covering the bottom of the pan. And when the olive oil comes to the right temperature, I put a couple in just to see, not quite yet. When those little kernels of onions start to turn golden, the rest go in. And I'll saute them just until a bit golden, and then I'm going to be adding the steamed cauliflower. We have our onion turning golden right here in the olive oil. The water is nicely at a rolling boil. So in goes our cauliflower in large flowers, basically. And even a little bit of the greens is fine. It will add to our sauce. And we'll probably let that boil for, this I'm turning off because it's ready. And we're going to let that boil for just a few minutes. Turning off the cauliflower now because it's cooked, but it's not too tender. So it's turned right off. I'm taking it over to the sink where I'm going to drain it, saving the water. There we are. And now this goes back on the stove. I'm going to be cooking pasta in it, but I'm taking the cauliflower over now to put in the onion, which is in olive oil. And I will add the tomato sauce. And this will simmer. And actually, always what you want to do is take your tomato sauce, especially for this recipe, give it a little swish, the sauce in the bottle, and we're going to add it here a bit to facilitate the cooking of the cauliflower and the tomato sauce. After it's cooked, maybe 5 minutes or so, I'm going to be adding pine nuts and raisins. And then I'm going to boil the water, bring it to a boil, put in the pasta, season it, and then it will be served with the pasta al cavolfiore sauce. Okay. Now, our cauliflower has cooked down. It's become more tender. I'm now going to add salt to the sauce. Remember, the cauliflower was cooked in salted water, but we want to add salt to the sauce. Raisins, pine nuts, a dash of black pepper, and we'll give it a stir. And I'm going to lower the heat so that it simmers nicely. And I have the water cooking, which is the cauliflower water, and I'll probably add a little more hot water to that. I'm going to need more for pasta. And I'm going to be making pasta for 4 people today. The water in which the cauliflower was cooked is at a rolling boil. I added a little bit more water as well. And to make pasta, it's generally 2 handfuls for every person of penne. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of making for 4, I think I'm going to make for 3. This will be abundant. So 6 handfuls have gone in. The sauce is coming along nicely. I've added a little bit more black pepper. Mix the pasta. And when it's al dente, I'll drain it, season it, and we'll enjoy it. In my pasta, and it's perfectly al dente. Pasta is al dente, but I notice that I'd like a little bit of brodo della pasta, as we call it, to lighten up a little bit my sugo al cavolfiore with pine nuts and raisins. All right, time to drain the pasta. And when one drains the pasta, it's important to save the brodo of the pasta so that you can use it to add to your sugo if you'd like a little bit of additional liquid in your sauce. There we are. Here's our penne pasta. There's my brodo if I need it. Now I'm going to take the sauce from right over here where I'll be seasoning it. And I think what I'm going to do is add a bit of sauce first to the bowl. With that beautiful cauliflower pasta sauce with raisins and pine nuts. In goes the pasta. Now we'll mix. And I don't think I need any brodo della pasta at all, because it's exactly the right consistency. And give it a gentle toss, a gentle stir. And people will do this individually at the table, perhaps, but I think I'll add some right here now, some Parmigiano. And so, for a gray winter day, wherever you are, or even not a gray winter day, warm it up with pasta al cavolfiore. Delicious recipe from La Sicilia. Buon appetito!